Alright, my people, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, Talk With Mine Podcast, please go ahead and do so. Subscribe, like, share the buttons, them. You know, it's all free, nothing don't cost nothing. But you don't know we're going to be covering a lot of different topics that most people don't actually get to raise as bloggers or vloggers or, you know what I mean, podcasts, interviews or discussions or, you know what I mean? So we're going to raise a lot of these things. And for most of you guys out there that don't know Killer P personally, now's the best time to get to know me if you tune into the podcast every Sunday, 7 p.m. So that's 7 p.m. every Sunday, Talk With Mine Podcast. Tune in and don't be shy. Easy me.
Stop. Pop. Clock. Frog. Chop. Blood. Just revive, who know about that? Hold me back. Roll the ear punch up. Dark topic. Let's stop it. Till the time CD, boy, better go online and copy.
My peeps, man, there's enough respect plus enough tax. I'm just fling on my headphones. I don't know why I ain't got this on my head. Choppiness. Hope everybody's in good spirit. I run back that really, me a killer. Hope everybody's in good spirit, man. It's another week. Ending of another week and the beginning of a next week, is it me? A few things I want to touch on today still. There's definitely a few things I'm definitely going to touch on today. So the first thing I'm going to ask my people to do is just press the share button if you haven't done so already. And big up and, you don't know, good evening to everybody. You know the style. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please go over there and subscribe. It's free. Press the notification bell. You know the thing already. Helps to share the knowledge. You get me? And the info. Shouts out to Fatu. Big up Andre. Shouts out to Eulinis. Big up Chris Francis. Big up Christina Pine check-in to. Big up everyone over on the Facebook. Let me see who's over on the YouTube though. Is there anyone over that side there? Alright, so game-changing moment. Big up yourself and good evening. Divine, big up yourself on the check-in. Mag, big up yourself on the check-in also. So, listen, I've been seeing some stuff, right? Before I get further into what, I know everyone's waiting for Passer and that, but right now I've got to address some other things, because there's some stuff, you know, that the UK is definitely following what China's template is. And I just want to make you guys aware of some stuff that I don't know if you've seen the stuff that I've been seeing, but I see that they've created this thing. It's like a headband that they're putting on the children in the schools, right? And basically this headband monitors the concentration of the child. You know what I mean? Big up noise pollution, my bro. Becky, I see you, manners. Yeah, it monitors the concentration of the child in the class. How many times the child yawns, how many times the child is distracted. Like, it really does track their every move, their blood pressure, their temperature, their health. Like I don't know if I'm comfortable with this one. I can't even lie. It sounds like a hell of a lot of shit all under one belt. So I'm gonna play this and see what your thoughts are on this also, my people. You don't know, we have to share knowledge, you know. It's not just about me knowing nothing, but we have to share the knowledge that we know, that we find, and that we come across. So let's see what I go on.
Teachers at this primary school in China
蓝色是走神了，
know exactly when someone isn't paying attention.
白色就是你可能跟网络还没有连接好。
These headbands measure each student's level of concentration. The information is then directly sent to the teacher's computer and to parents. China has big plans to become a global leader in artificial intelligence. It has enabled a cashless economy where people make purchases with their faces. A giant network of surveillance cameras with facial recognition helps police monitor citizens. Meanwhile, some schools offer glimpses of what the future of high-tech education in the country might look like.
做出选择吧 ，Good job。
Classrooms have robots that analyze students' health and engagement levels. Students wear uniforms with chips that track their locations. There are even surveillance cameras that monitor how often students check their phones or yawn during classes. These gadgets have alarmed Chinese netizens. But schools say it wasn't hard for them getting parental consent to enroll kids into what is one of the world's largest experiments in AI education. A program that's supposed to boost students' grades while also feeding powerful algorithms.
为了就是国家的这个研究呀、发展呀，我觉得
To me, that's deep. I don't know how many more people would be concerned about that, but for me, that's alarming, that's concerning. And it's true, you know, Luke, I definitely received, I think it was about 3 o'clock this afternoon, I was on the phone to one of my brothers, and all of a sudden I start hear this thing doing a madness, like, look over me, I see something, I don't know whether to press the OK button, try and switch off the phone or what, but the phone's not making me do nothing unless I press this OK button. Who else on the live actually experienced that today? Because to me, that was a bit weird. Even though I know what they're doing, but there's nothing man can do, you get me? Yeah, of course, beer crazy stuff's going on, man. Kind of reminds me of Shot Caller on the dog, to be honest. So I'm saying. Big up yourself, Sasha, on the check-in. Beer crazy stuff. When I see that, I was like, rah. So, Olan, if that's what they're looking to do to our children, that's crazy. All right, let me look at the health issues on that for a moment. They always tell us about having the radiation of our phones to our ears. So it's better to have an earpiece, or it's better to have this, or better to have do you know how much radiation must be running through that flipping machine that they got around their forehead? Taking all sorts of readings of the children, and none of us know, you know what I mean? None of us know what else it's doing, you know? You say you got the alarm as well, Sasha. Yeah, man, enough people to get the alarm today. I'm sure around 3 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken. But for me, that was weird. You know what I mean? But we all knew it was coming. I just forgot what day it was, so good luck to the system. Like I say, you know, the people of that like just us as a people are not willing to unite. We're not willing to stand together. We're not willing to put our differences aside to move forward as a unit, to know that we can fight what is ahead of us. So of course, we're all just going to wither and die in time to come. Some will survive for time and some will wither it within short spaces of time, but it's all just a matter of time before we're all gone. And that's just our reality, because we are not doing what we're supposed to be doing to enable us to see a brighter future, even just to see a tomorrow for our grandchildren. Most of us are just thinking of a today and that's it. So since we're thinking for today, and most people are thinking, well, each man for themselves still, since we got that mindset, then it's only inevitable that we are going down a garden path of, you know, everybody are going to get touched one day or another. It's set that way. That's why I've seen the importance from how long ago that the unity of us as a people is more greater than the petty arguments that we have amongst us. But we still can't see it. We still don't want to learn from past events and shit that our people has been through in the past. So clearly, I mean, you can't keep doing the same thing and expecting a different result. There's never going to be a different result. We've got to put something together to make sure that it works for our children, not for us then, innit? We don't want to do it for us, so let's do it for our children, the children's sake. They ain't got no choice. They're just in a situation already. But we're not thinking like that. So that's why, I didn't even know how to turn it off or not. And I've just been so dealing with life. To be fair, I don't really care. I don't really care. Whatever it is whatever it is. They're going to fling things anyway. And whatever it is, we can't stop. So where we are going to? Davina, my sister, be a lover, no? Yeah. Can't live in a bubble of an illusion when the reality is so far from the illusion. You know what I mean? I want to go over and click on something else though. I saw this earlier and I was like, hold on. I want to address this one. I know enough of you lot's most probably seen this, but let me just address this one real quick.
Oh, listen, we can't take this thing, Broaden. I mean, I forced out this out for the bump up left.
Nah, let me address that one there real quick, because when I saw this one online the other day, I was like, what did this Don really feel like he was doing? Look, the Empress, sister-in just passed the voice projector to her for her to do her little thing. So, as a man, just to show you, so some of them man here just ain't got no sense. See, as a man and as an artist, make the woman them work, brethren, because there's 100 men that can work, but there's only a handful of women them that can work in any of these scenarios. It's never a gang of gal that's trying to work all at once. No, there's always gonna be like one or two that's gonna want to perform, and so you got a barrage of man artists that want to step up and sing them Wallipa million song. You see me? So you're supposed to really give the gal a chance. When the man try brush off the gal, I'm like how the Empress just brush him back. And the man drop down because him tight pants couldn't blood clot make it round one corner. You see me? But him go bust the gal face with a buckle. And I'm vexed with that. So I'm saying, hype up yourself in a party. And that's why I'm going to do party still. Can't do party, people. Remember me tell you, man. There's too much hype. All of them, you see some of them artists here as well. Some of them now are not hype, They ain't got the full ticket, but what it is, they don't mind playing the full role of an artist. And it's a real artist not even behave like that. Real artists we don't behave like that, brethren. There's enough little artists them that deserve a little chance, and we give them a chance. You see me? All when I feel with time for perform, we share with time with other artists them, because it's not just about us. And one day them little artists there's gonna look back and say, Rod, if it weren't for that night there, people wouldn't even acknowledge me. Give thanks for that artist that made man get a little 20 minutes on that stage there. Yeah, that's how the thing and the foundation gets built, but you can't just well, yo, I mean, like the styling thing, I mean, I love the styling thing, oh. I try brush girl off a stage, brethren. Oh, what kind of thing this a go on? Huh? I saw bad them a fight for your video like. Big up the Euliness, my sister, be a lover, no? I don't know what's going on with my comments. Let me just swing over to this phone here, cause coming like so that phone here, I move like some different guy. I don't know what happened to that phone. Let me see if I can catch up with the comment then on that one. Yeah, hold on the people. Just bear with me 2 seconds. Yeah. Well, as the world had a big vaccine program, they have to see the impact it has on us. Yeah, who better to mentor than the children? Yeah, you're right though. They are gonna try and keep their eyes on them still. Big up Joni, my sister, just here as well, you know. I'm a skipping. And big up Princess Eyes, be a love. Yeah, I will leave at things, man, but still, I don't know why the comments just ain't rotating as it should. Or maybe it's just there. I don't know. Sure. Done with that part there. Anyway, people, some of the artists, them for just check themselves and respect themselves. Yeah? Or that carry on by checking what I want. Some of the artists them need to respect themselves, Rasta. I met the woman them got through. Don't style up the woman them and end up style up yourself, because that was very embarrassing. The man dropped on the ground in front of the people them. And I feel look for what, I don't know what he was looking for on the floor, because the microphone was elsewhere. You know what I mean? I know, so I must the buckle him fling after the poor young lady. So to me, them things are not nice. Yeah, them things they're not nice, man. Can't ill-treat the sisters, them way there. Because I look at IP, I look on social media. You feel left all them something there, man. Can't do them something there, Rasta. I mean, rate them thing the brethren. Nah. Yeah, man, an instant calm I am get, man. Buckeye. You see me? Right in him. Radam. That him get, you know. Radam him get right there, so right there and then him get Radam. Well, here's our next look of geezer. I want shed some light on this geezer. Because the other day, you know, I didn't sit down and watch this geezer's interview or him live in its entirety. There's so many discrepancies. This guy likes to lie and hide. And so what we're going to do right now, because you see with me, I do things properly. I don't try to do things half-hearted. And I know this guy tries to do everything at thelastminute.com. Oh yeah, scraps of paper. Oh yeah, pieces of this and pieces of that. I don't need to do that. So when we do things, we do it professional and properly, because we do have the knowledge and the equipment, and this is who we are. This is who we've always been, you know what I mean? So I keep telling them, stop playing with my playground, and they don't like to listen. So what we're going to do is that we're going to sit here now and scrutinize everything this young man said to deflect where it is he comes from, who it is he used to be, his character, and the fact that he hasn't changed. Stop misleading the people, because you can't mislead. And you can't keep telling lies. Come on. Truth. So I'm going to make it, again, in his own words, I let him speak. Because this is what we do, right? Yeah.
First and foremost, thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Coming.
You guys, what you're doing is absolutely amazing. So yeah, originally I come from Brixton, Stockport Park Estate. And I think just like majority of people, we've all got a past, we've got a history. And I come from originally a very powerful family, a powerful network of people. Brixton was no joke. It was a war zone at one point. And then we're dealing with, then at that time, the Yardies were coming over. And so how we dealt with violence at one point, it changed the temperature. But when the Yardies came over, it became straight gun violence, because that's what they brought from where they came from. All of a sudden, it's like we have to, well, you know, we have to step our game up. The rules has now changed.
From there you give it, but Stockwell, as a youth growing up, it was a powerful estate, bro. You know what I mean? It's cultured, and to me, I've got memories here, but I just said it takes time for it to actually understand what I'm saying to you. But Stock is still beautiful now, but me just going back into it, it's powerful, bro.
So when I first got stabbed, I actually died on the operating table. There was no argument or conflict with this person. They cut me and just ran off. You can't defend against stuff like that. So part of my nose fell off. They had to re-stitch my nose back on.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I work with governments, organizations, companies, and it's not just from like an inspirational, conversational perspective. It's more from a perspective now where I'm helping people that's going through depression, people that's going through, and there's 9 different types of depression, but people that's going through trauma, that's experienced traumatic experiences. And so governments has called me, and I've spoken in the House of Parliament before. I've spoken on like, you know, different news networks around the world. I've worked with all different type of people. So for me, my journey, we all have a past, but the future is what is really powerful for me at this precise time.
Look at this. Somebody come look at this. Look at this. Somebody come and look at this. Look at this.
80s was discovering self. 90s was absolutely mayhem. People become notorious because you come from survival mode to a place where you're like, okay, I'm in a position of power. And when you're in a position of power, then you have to exercise accordingly. So you start to do things that you don't even realize is going to cause long-term ripple effects, because things that's happening from the 80s and 90s are affecting children now.
Soccer's a place where I rate it highly on my terms. Not everyone will rate it highly, but I rate it highly on my terms because there were some real hustlers that come out of this block here. You get me? So, yeah, man.
Yeah, you give us some names. Out all them hustlers that did come out of here, you tell us who you knew and what you was like with them.
Andy and the family. It's too much to mention, but you know, I will mention it soon. But there's a lot of family that come out of Stockholm when we all work together.
Yeah.
I had brothers and a network of people around me who will teach me things in certain particular ways, but it wasn't from a thuggery perspective. Like Stockholm Park Estate, whoever knows about Stockholm Park Estate, Brixton, Angeltown, etc., going back into the 90s, it was no joke. Brixton was no joke. It was a war zone at one point. Because
this community centre, this is where like Sovereign Syndicate or a couple all days used to go off in there, but only bad boys can come here, because remember, a lot of men get on with Stockholm, man, so you know, you have to come around here and be on some rude boy team.
Because what it was, the reason why it became such a war zone, because people discovering themselves at that time. That was the first generation that was starting to discover themselves, and it was the first generation where outsiders came in and caused a lot of problems. It was very community based before that. And so you start to find new ways to survive, but then you start to find new ways to understand how dominance work. Some people had a way of thuggery, and some people had a way of being strategic about it. And it manifested over the years.
Yeah.
This is absolutely fascinating, isn't it?
Definitely.
Yeah. What were you like in school then? What was your first school?
But they like maths over a percentage of time, over a time. Do you know what the funny thing is? I wanted really to learn in school, and it's very hard to learn in school when you're in a negative environment. Very, very hard.
Oh, cause some came in the mail today.
Yeah, I did.
These nuts. Got him! Got him!
Hey guys, Kevin Bennett here. So now, on the 15th of November, I'll be doing a workshop to help people in 2016 become the best that they can be. Change the way you think, change the way you feel, or even get you to just look at yourself from another angle, from another perspective. How do you move forward in your life? How do you grow? How do you become the best that you can be? The number one way that I say people grow is to first identify 4 things. Number 1, how have you been feeling? If you haven't been feeling good, then how do you move forward regardless what you achieve? You can have the new house, you can have a new car, you can have all of these things, but if you don't have that feeling, all those things mean nothing. So first of all, foremost, identify, how do I feel? The third one is, how would I like to feel? What's my ideal feeling? What's the feeling that's gonna make me happy? What's the feeling, how do I wanna feel in general? In order for you to move forward, you need to have a clear-cut understanding. Just like a sat-nav, you need to know your journey. How would I like to feel? And then put right next to it, why? Why do I want to feel that way? What do I do now? Once you identify the first 4, what do I do now? And that's your action steps. That's the steps to make you really, 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 really move forward. Do you remember this one? They said Kevin's gay. And what is, they had this picture here of me sitting on a man's lap.
So that little clip that I just showed you there was 4 minutes long. It's pretty long, right? It's a 4-minute clip, but that is heavily edited. I had to heavily edit it because Kevin Bennett took a full 30 minutes to answer the question. And when he answered the question, do you know what the answer he gave to this gentleman when he asked him who started these rumours? The answer he gave was that the British Secret Services didn't like him speaking to all the world leaders in Dubai. So they did a background check on him. And when they found out that he used to be a gangster, they wanted to discredit him in front of these world leaders like Sarkozy and David Cameron, the former Prime Minister of the UK, who apparently he is buddies with. So the Secret Services began this rumour. They started a campaign to discredit him by calling him a homosexual. Now, guys, if you believe that, then you will believe anything. I'm sorry, but, you know, that is, oh gosh. I can't believe that sometimes these people believe that we are this stupid. It's really unfair that we have people like this who think that we are stupid enough to believe that. This guy is a fraud. And we know he has and has had criminal intentions in the past. Right now, on his Instagram, all he has are pictures of him popping bottles on yachts, in Lambos. Your typical, oh, do you want to trade Bitcoin? Do you want to do this, that? You know, you get that on YouTube all the time. You see those adverts all the time. It's one of those typical tacky Instagram accounts where he is just trying to push himself out to the public as being a really successful man. But there is nothing there. It is totally void of anything good. It's all empty. This man is a total fraud. He is so much of a fraud, in fact, that we are not even going to go deep into what he is capable of today. Well, why are we talking about him? Why are we talking about Kevin Bennett? Well, I had an email a couple of days ago, and in that email, well, I'll allow you to read it for yourself. Take a listen to this.
I just returned from Jamaica on Sunday and went to visit my grandparents. To my surprise, my mum had informed me they were all buying a £90,000 5-bedroom bungalow in Gambia from one Kevin Bennett of TK Bennett Properties Limited. This man is on YouTube and Facebook. He appears to be very successful at what he does, but I've been involved in many businesses in the past, and nothing he says makes any sense to me. I queried them about it and came to the conclusion that he was trying to scam them out of their retirement money. They were sold on the dream of retiring in the sun and repatriating to Africa. They attended a meeting of maybe 50 elder members of our community, many of whom were more than willing to part with their money there and then to secure the limited numbers of plots that were available at a reduced price, for the early birds deposits are to be made by the 25th of August to secure the plots that are going fast. At the meeting, he kept going on about racism in Britain and it not being our home and the motherland is calling. He also claimed to be working in partnership with Blacksit on this development in Casa Kunda. I've watched some of your stuff and never heard you selling any land or properties, so thought, this is definitely dodgy. My sincere advice for you is to go live, distance yourself from this individual and his company before he does further harm to your brand.
There you go. Blacksit and Casa Kunda. Apparently, this man has had blessings from Blacksit to sell the land that he was going to build these non-existent houses on. He had the blessing from Blacksit to do this. Why would he say that? So, what did she do? This woman who received this information knew straight away that she had to do something. So she went straight back to Blacksit to warn her of the impending dangers of doing business with Kevin Bennett. And what happened? Nothing. She got no reply. Blacksit, he tried to sweep this under the carpet, and that's it. Why would she act in this way? Why would she not come out and say, I have nothing to do with Kevin Bennett? Is it perhaps because she has something to do with Kevin Bennett and she doesn't want the elders in the Afro-Caribbean community in the UK to find out that she is in fact working with a scam artist? Why would she do something like this? She has that ability. They lived in the same area. There is a lot of things that are telling me that there are a lot of alarms going off right now at this present moment. I hope I'm wrong, but it seems as though I am right.
So, I just believe overall that we're always going to have enemies. Your level of success and notoriety, you've got enemies and you don't even know it right now.
Yeah.
You know, just don't smile too much because you're going to have an enemy, you know, and don't frown too much because another enemy is going to pop up. So enemies will always pop up at all times. And I believe, like, from a young age, I was very good at creating finance, and that created enemies. I mean, I had like a Porsche when I was 17 years old.
Oh, wow.
You know, I had all those kind of particular things, and
do you think it was jealousy?
There's always going to be jealousy. There's always going to be jealousy. So jealousy is a major part of it sometimes. Sometimes you're just an arsehole and you've just been bad to someone. Like, I would never turn around and pretend that I've always been this stand-up guy. Sometimes I was an arsehole. And I've apologized to many people over the years because of it. When you know better, you do better.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Totally respect everybody's opinions. Definitely respect everyone's opinions. But I definitely want to say this, right? I'm not really into the back and forth, but you see when people say things that is not true and try to clean up things and make it look a certain way, I will address it. And I just want to say to Cole, manners and respect for your comment. I hope you said the same thing on Kevin's page when Kevin was doing his stuff about me. Because you see, the funny thing that I realize in our community is that there's so much biasness, which is cool, because everybody has a reason to why they want to be biased. I've never wanted to bring this to the social sites. I've always tried to clear this up in private, but in private, people hide. You know what I mean? So, manners and respect for your comment. But like I said, I have to address things and clean things up. And I don't do this for the comments of people or people's likes. I don't really care. This is really what's going on in the background. But let me just address something. Let me just address a few things. So the person who cut you in your face and ran off was just a random act when you knew that was not the case, bro. The person who was just talking about the Gambia fraudulent move where he was trying to scam people in Gambia, I did not do or create that flipping video. I played that again because when I played it before, went over people's heads, this guy's gone on his page and said that I've created it and put some African music in the background. I don't see anybody saying, oh, actually, no, actually, Patrick played that a long time ago and he pointed us to the actual interview that is on YouTube, and everybody can go over on YouTube and tap in the Blacksit interview with Kevin, whatever, and you see it up there. See what it is, I know how to do my research and find the things that I need to find. Seeing? I don't have to go scrapping around with bits of paper. I'll put things to bed. When people tell lies, I'll just put that all to bed. And in an articulate way if I want to. Or sometimes I might come online because my blood's boiling and I might just, you know what I mean, rant a bit. But all of this is because these people have been hiding from me for 5 years. So I'm glad, Coles, that you're upset and you're, you know, I'm fed up of this and I don't want to hear no more of this and I never come on air for this. I'm glad. I didn't really want to come on air for this neither, darling. But the reality of it is, my reality is, I have to address things. You're fed up because you've been on a few lives and seen something you don't want to hear today. All right. Well, I've had to deal with this every day for 5 friggin' years. Have some respect for the thing. Manners and respect. Just goes to show how much people really respect what people go through. They think they can tell people what they should do or what they can't do or what. There's a million pages on Facebook. No one don't have to be on my page. I never begged anyone to be on my page. Don't ever get it. I've never begged a person. If you're on my page, it's because you respect and there's a connection with the energies that is on this page, whether it's direct from me or the people that's on this page. I don't try and make it feel like that and seem like that. Please, man, there's enough respect again. Yeah? All right. So you do what you do your way. I do stuff my way. Because that's why I created Talk With Mind. I didn't create Talk With Mind to talk what you want me to talk. Whatever's on my mind at the time, I will address and I will get it off my shoulders and brush them off. That's how I live. Very upfront, very to the point. And I don't care who don't like it. You know what I mean? I know you're a Kevin supporter still. I'm not saying don't support Kevin, because I'm not a hater of Kevin. You know what I mean? Kevin's someone that I used to support, someone that I used to look up to, someone that I used to roll around with, someone that I used to help. You understand? So it's not like that. Don't get it twisted, darling, thinking you're jumping up in something like it's black man tearing down black. No, Kevin's tearing down himself by trying to tear me down. I'm younger than him. Tell him to do better. He knows better. He knows what he's doing behind closed doors, darling. You understand? The stuff that I don't talk about online. So, you know what I mean? Those wanna be very biased on one side. That's cool. I see it from far. I know who people are in real life. So, you know, this profile thing today is a whole different world. Yeah? The profile thing today, where everyone's allowed to create a profile and try and put up a few things and make people think, oh, I'm this type of person today. Like, I know people before all of that. So people can lie they can lie to the world of who they think they are, who they would like the world to perceive them to be. I'm not frightened or ashamed of anything to do with my upbringing. Never have been. I've been as open as a friggin' book, is my point. I've never lied about a thing. You can query anything I've said about my life growing up with anybody. They will tell you it's facts. All of the people that's quite silent on a lot of the stuff that I've been saying lately is because they're still rubbing shoulders amongst the same people. All of the people that don't see the truth in Wagwan is because you've got some ties to that same demon there. I have no ties to no demons. I don't rub shoulders with devils. Nah, you can't hold on to the devil's hand and seek a blessing at the same time. It never works like that. So you see, when an energy don't connect, when it no longer connects, and we know why, it is what it is. But we leave that there, innit? You know what I mean? I ain't got nothing more to say about that. I just had to put that to bed. Going like you're not from Stockwell, or your people them's not gangsters. You don't hear what the man said. To come to our old school all-dayers in Stockwell, you had to be a bad boy. Couldn't be no normal man coming into... You'll get robbed. You can't just come into Stockwell like that. So why is this man on an interview with these people trying to portray something totally different? I've been a victim. Why? Your brother, the same brother that disrespect me, why me and you lot's in war now, is the reason why your nose was half cut off and it was dangling, bro. Your own words. Your brother's in argument with his girlfriend. The girlfriend's told Roger to do what? You jump up and box the girl. The girl's told her brother. The brother's come and done whatever he's done to you. Why are you acting like you don't know? You don't know nothing. Random act of some madness. So you're just there dangling, holding your nose. Anyway, like I say, people will play hypocrite and want to talk all this righteous shit, yeah, when it's their friend them and when they see other people having their time, innit? When people's having their time and they don't like say we're having our time and we're addressing your little friend them, you don't want to come in the comments and say your little things. But I didn't say you saying these same little things on your friend's page. So how biased are you? Come on, man, don't play games with me. I'm not stupid and I ain't begging friend. Those that know me know me. I don't need no new friend. I'm a face to you. I don't need no listen. I'm a face to you if you never know. I'm a decent person, because I grow right. but I'm a face this somebody. Don't try it. Like you're more than people. I want to some of them people, yeah. Let me just read off some of the comments them in the over on the YouTube, cause I see. Yeah, AU as well. Game changer. Big up, man. If you do, you know what I mean, whatever. But I've done different the whole time. I've never done the same. Because if they ever done the same as what I've done, or if I've done the same of what they've done, then you know what I mean, we would have buck up. But it's not been that. Come on. And if you know the full story, you wouldn't even say that, to be fair. But you know, those that only know parts of stuff, all right. Because when we put things publicly, we allow the world to have an opinion on everything that goes public, right? So when Cole says something like, oh, I didn't come here for this, I can't blame her for saying that. She's allowed to have that opinion. But I'm also allowed to let you know why that opinion stands nowhere with me. On the other side, Game Changer has an opinion in regards to, you know, don't do the same thing as what the others are doing, because if you do the same thing, you're going to get the same result. And I hear that word, manners and respect. I know it's coming from good place to some degree, but at the same time, if you know me, you know that I've done all of this. That's why the frustration's at a million percent. The others, it's not overnight something. So I respect those that have opinions. Don't get it twisted. I'm not just an ignorant person. That I'm not just going to block you for your opinion. I'm not Kevin. You get me? I'm not going to do that. I'm gonna respect your opinion, but I'm going to let you know why. Right now, I hear you, but I don't hear you. You know, one of them ones. That's how it goes, man. Because sometimes people want you to shut up because it works for them and their corner. Nah, it don't work for me. I told you, for me to shut up, people's going to have to murder me because I know what's going on behind closed doors. You people only know what people are telling you. You are not a part of the behind closed doors. And if you are, then you're one of the snakes that's on the page smiling up and going on like, yeah, everything's righteous. That's what I do know. Oh, don't tell me that one's not plugged in. Imagine that. And that's the only one I'm getting the right comments them from to routed. Well on. Yeah, no, people feel like they can tell people what they do. I'm fed up of it. Because who are they? No genuine balance are you bringing to the table. But, you know, oh, I never come here for this. You know, oh, I just want to hear music and all this shit. I don't care who wants to hear music. I don't care that you just come here for positive. I'm not just a positive person. I am a balanced person. Meaning, do not rub me up the other way, because I tell you something, I will tell you about yourself. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, any day. Every day is just a day. Oh, try pretty up the thing like, no, I don't like them stylists still. And we're not begging support. A whole heap of people me delete off of my page from long ago that was supported or that was associated with this man. Only people you know this. So I don't know why anybody I do them something, yeah. But manners and respect. Nah, this one is what it is. They go and play something else, you know. We have some more things for go. Killer, you're too much, man. Why you like this, man? Let me play that one, you killer.
Spiritual me no miss with this arm them. Want them, make them know God I call them. This a heaven academy and no harden. No friend, no devil, no demon cast them out. We a sound up heavenly alarm them. Young generation, the Peter, the Paul them. Intricate with the bars them, all them eradicate every snake way in the garden. Man a break and a teach. Holy Spirit a make it fire unleash. Scriptures a beat, put the devil on the stage. A peculiar thing when the gospel a preach. Me say hear me no, know what you fear me no. This a no got them city no Bruce Wayne you know. You coulda hide in a cave and no game me no. When the judgment it a pass try save you know. When the wrath of God start burn there. Me want see all a hoe a go run where. You miss a bad man, yeah, where the gun there. Hey Miss Dolly, me ask where the fun there. You shoulda did a God church every Sunday. I praise God and left a bar with the rum there. How where you live a coulda turn our country. Listen to the word where Jesus the son say. Alright then, freedom for the nation. The great one of Jesus Christ. Me a wait pan upper heaven now. Me a make a reservation. Listen to the word, receive the revelation. Alright, Jesus have a message and the boss man caution. A movie I make and this a part when the scripture I tell you. If first I be last man, them like a John and never marsh and come on now.
See them vibes, they were with their panya. That's why they can't chat to me. They will not. No one ain't chatting to me. I'm tired of it. Tired of proving the thing that it's just not that. Your levels of what you try to do never matches up to mine's. So leave it alone. The day, what I would love to see is a day that me and Kevin can actually sit side by side and just ash it out. Because really, it's emotional, bad man. And you have had many chances to sit beside me and you've said no. It's not that Patrick has been the person that is the aggressor. It's not that Patrick has been the person that is being irrational in the scenario or in the situation, or don't want to put it to bed. No, Patrick's done this all in the early years. Where were you? Where were all of you when me there on my 60,000 page on Instagram I talk? Where were you when I was on my Facebook what I was doing gang on before them delete it? Where were you people? The people that's got all opinions today that want to tell me, say, boy, I never come here for this today, But you know, say, uno fed up. Well, how fed up do you think I am? How fed up do you think I am? You've forgotten the amount of times police is running in on me when I'm just trying to play music for you same people. And it's them same man, they're doing it to me. And I'm supposed to sit here and just be on some humble pie, God alone and them something there. What planet are some of you lot on? It's because you don't, the headline today is not the headline tomorrow. That's all it is. When I look at it, the headline today isn't the headline tomorrow. And everything on social media is a headline. Some parts, people listen to like the first line of the headline and that's it. They think they've known the whole story. Some people actually read the whole story. Some people sit and watch the whole live. Some people watch 5 minutes of it and say what Cole says and jumps off and thinks she knows the whole 100. Oh, he was just online ranting again. No backdrop to anything. I just like to see the community when the community's got their one-sidedness, but I will burn out one-sidedness all day long. Yeah, I'm not looking no crutches from no gal. Gal can say anything they want and they can disagree with me all they want. That is their business. They're allowed to have their opinion. I will not delete them. I will not block them. No. I know why I'm doing what I'm doing. He knows why he's doing what he's doing. You people that support the fuckery, that know better, but you are aiding and abetting and assisting the fuckery. You know what you're doing. And all of you that are going to be held a judgment for your actions too. I'm clean. I don't give a flying F which way it goes. But like I said, I'm not the one that's not willing to sit beside and say, yo, Wagwan, what are you saying? I'm not the one that's not willing to knock on the front door, because as much as and this is another part that this guy's tried to make it seem like, I've turned up at their house and there's police there and whatever. People, if you go back to my lives, I've turned up at their house 1,000,000 times. 1,000,000 times. I've turned up at their house 1,000,000, and I'm not pulling up playing music loud. No, I've come out my car, kicked their gate open and conking on their flipping front room window, their kitchen window. So when they're talking about, oh, he just pulls up and he's just sitting out there making music, playing loud music. No, actually, put the backdrop, put the content to the story properly, bro. Put the content to the story properly. When you're even going to play clips, play it in its entirety if you have to. That's how I do things. Because I'm a fair man. I'm an actual fair guy. Genuine, down-to-earth man. Honourable man. But when you cross my line, especially when you punch below the belts and, you know what I mean, you take off the gloves and that, then I take off the gloves. Then you got weak people in the background that want to say stuff like I'm supposed to be some preacher guy, some humble pie guy. I'm not. See, I give as good as I get. Yeah, some man has a respect to you, man, and all of the well wishes them. But I hope you're saying the same stuff and having the same energy for that man when you see that man. You know what I mean? Because It's not fair. I'm younger than these people. All of these people are older than me. I'm a young buck to them. They're supposed to do better because they're supposed to know. You know what I mean? You know, see, I played the last bit about enemies. And all of the people that he claims he's done something to and he's been a cunt to, you know, he's apologized to them. When? Where are those people that you've apologized to? Let's name them. Let's name who have you apologized to? Anybody that Kevin has apologized to for doing some dirt to them, come on, defend him. 'Cause I know it's far from the truth, Bridget. Far from the truth. You can't fool me. Yeah, there's always going to be cheerleaders. But you see what? Cheerleaders need to make sense. If they don't make sense, then it's just a shambles. The whole thing becomes a shambles to me. But anyway, I'm not here to live on that because I'm just here to put it to bed again. Because you know I put things to bed in different ways, right? So you know I voiced a tune last night and I have to play that to end off the show. Cause me going back in my kitchen for a cook up a thing and my food and full up my belly. Cause my belly empty right now. I mean I drink juice. You see me? And them things can't work. Yeah. I know enough people just want beer passer and them things about cha. In life, don't be frightened of where you come from. See, I'm not frightened of who I was when I was younger. The little shit that I was when I was younger was an honorable little shit. An honest little shit. A trustworthy little shit. Not everybody can say the same. Not everybody can say the same. Grandma Liz, big up yourself over on the YouTube as well. Sorry, there's a few people I didn't get to big up on. Vanessa, big up yourself. Where else that miss upon my YouTube? Yeah, no. Bison Boss, big up yourself, my family. Moonstar Readings, big up yourself. You ain't apologize to no one, you know the style. Yeah. Divide, you know. You feel it, know it. Yeah, man. That's how we think that, man. Calm. And I know people think they can tailor things because they're now an onlooker of what's going on. It doesn't work like that. I told people, I said it publicly from the get-go. You threaten to do what to who? My mother and my child. Okay. Let's put it into perspective so we know the backdrop again. Because a man's trying to make it seem like I'm threatening their family. Whoa, let's bring it back. I was a defender of their family. I was the only defender for their family. Let's put it back into perspective. When the whole of the man them from Stockwell run away and left Sovereign Syndicate, Roger, that was the only man playing the sound at the time. Kevin, that run away and claimed that he don't want to defend nothing until he becomes a millionaire. Your own words, Kev. But I'm somebody you don't know. Okay. I'm somebody you don't know. You see, everything we're going in our dark, have to come to light, brethren. Especially when you're trying to hide it and cover it all up. And then trying to push a false narrative like, oh, Killer's an informer. Oh, yeah, from this day on, I can guarantee you Killer started working with police and all this stuff. You guys have gone too far. So what we're going to do is put it all to bed and then leave the rest of it until when we see each other. Whichever way you want to do stuff, because I know which way I want to do stuff. And we just do stuff, innit? Yeah? Because I don't know what you're doing. On these, I don't know. That's why I say I feel like these podcast people are paying people big money to tell stories, and they're doing all sorts. Doesn't friggin' make sense. Because I can. There's another 2 different interviews I can pull up beside that interview with those 2 co-hosts. Okay, and the stories are so conflicting all over the place. Even if I was to match that between the Elijah interview, like there's so much conflicting back and forth. You go back to my Facebooks, go on YouTube and go back to the lives that I was doing then, the breaking news and da-da-da-da-da, addresses the family fuckery and da-da-da-da-da. Like, go back then, friends turn enemies and why. Like, go back and listen to I don't have to regurgitate anything, it was said already. I'm not even in the spiritual energy of what I was in at the time when I done those lives. Hence why I'm saying I don't have to go back and repeat myself on things that I've actually addressed already. And all of the things that I've addressed, Kevin hasn't addressed none of them. None of them. Sunday market, again, I said, you guys was following me for maybe 15 minutes at minimum. 15 minutes, I was feeling the energy to turn behind myself and look. And when I finally looked behind myself, you lot were pondering around. So, again, no one wants to address the real shit, but everyone wants to look at Killer like he's the madman. Oh yeah, stop talking like that, Killer, just be positive. Yo, Killer, just play some music, man. Cha. Left them, man, there. No, you can't left nobody. You have to address somebody or address everybody. Why do I have to? Why should I be the idiot that sits down and be the beating stick for the people them that feel like they want to throw shades here and there and everywhere and it's okay? Why? I don't think that's fair. So because I know what's fair, I know it's only fair to, say my piece. I know it's only fair to make a man know that the same energy and the same threats that you're sending to man's phone from you being sending texts off some little dodgy flipping internet fuckery where you can type in anybody's telephone number and send a text and you can't even track it back to nobody. They could send me a text threatening me from my own telephone number. What are you talking about? Most of you people wouldn't even know the half. So when people want to come on my page talking about, oh, I didn't even come here for that, that's your business. There's 1 million pages on Facebook. Go and go look one. That's how we think there. And you don't have to forward back here again. Manners and enough respect. That's how we think there. Out of order. Don't rate my thing. Don't have to rate my thing. Go stay over there so I rate for them. Yeah, because when they sink ship, the whole I know I got drowned with them. And that you don't know. Yeah, and when things reach them, I want to see them when I go stand around them and talk with your old school stories. So it's good luck to the whole lot of you lot. I don't care. I care zero. You know what I mean? Me there have to defend my corner and my family. Me don't care who not like that Rasta. Yeah, I don't care who don't like that. Because some of them in life is real pussios and they wouldn't even defend their sisters. They wouldn't even defend their mothers. They wouldn't even defend their daughters, much less. What you talking about, Bridget? Huh? I'm a man that stand up for sisters, my mothers, them, my aunties, them. I stand up for everybody in my community. What you talking about? What you people talking about? What you know? You see them boy that stand up with anybody for anything around anybody? For what? Unless they're looking a check. What you know? But you never come here for this. You don't go like you know more than people. Huh? You lot can't fool me, you know. They look odd scammers, them. They look odd gal them that used to be round the yard, that used to come with little teeth in goods, them. When you used to run off the bun and cheese, them. You lot go like I don't know who you are, you know. You lot go like I don't know the whole. You lot just mind yourself here, star. If you don't have nothing good for say, just shut up. That's the reality. Yeah, God, I'm not even being rude, but I am feisty because I know people's energy and my energy speaks. I'm not a bad person. You get me? I'm not a bad person. But people have been coming at me for a long time and feel like I'm supposed to stay quiet. Why? Why? Why am I not allowed to defend myself? Why, out of everybody in the world, is Patrick the only one that's not allowed to defend his family? Not my fault when man beat up Roger in his house. Kevin stood there and watched. You stood there and watched. You didn't defend Roger. That's why you and Roger stopped talking. Because you allowed the man to beat up your brother, then kiss him in front of you. Not my doing. When Andy dead, no, listen, the whole road's been speaking from 1998 still now. All now, nobody ain't been touched for Andy's murder. Nobody ain't done fuck all. So why you bringing the wickedest talk to me? All the underworld niggas and man them in the background. Why me? Hey, you got unfinished business to go and deal with. I ain't no victim, bro. For nobody. No man. Clowns, bruv. Clowns, brethren. Listen, I've stood up and I've been a stand-up guy from the get-go. I've never informed on no one, never sell out no one, never set up my friend them or none of my friend them for dead or get robbed or nothing. No man ain't got nothing on me. Nothing. Say the same for yourselves. Say the same for yourselves. When you want to talk shit about me, let's go to the nitty-gritty of the facts. Killers help the most man them in the hood. The most man them I help in the hood. Who have you helped, Kevin? Who have you helped, bad man? And I mean help with no return looking. I'm not looking back nothing from nobody. No one can't tell me nothing, bruv. No one ain't got nothing on me, bro. Nothing. I'm a good youth. My heart's been clean from a youth, brethren. My life is not questionable. My life is not questionable like you. My life is not questionable. No. Just allow me. Allow me. Don't try draw me out like that. Don't know. I'm a good you. You're not gonna style me up. You ain't gonna paint no picture of me. Have these little weird little funny buckhead gal them in the background chatting shit. It's never gonna work out. Phoning all these people around the world trying to get people on your side and trying to be in everyone's ear. No one cares. The only person that cares is me. And you're not phoning me. Now, I say all of that to say this. If I've been willing to sit beside this idiot, I've been willing to hear what I go on with this idiot, what's your point of view on shit, bro? Because you see what I've been hearing, I know it ain't going on like that. I've walked from my fucking house in Clapham all the way to Stockwell and given the man them time to meet me there. Everybody that's got a problem with me, I didn't name any particular one name. I said everybody, man, woman and child that's got a problem with me, meet me there, I'm on my way. I walked all the way there. I stood there and waited. Scar drove right past me. Oh yeah, Scar. Scar, the one that they claim has got a case because of me. Scar, the informer. That informer Matty, Scar. Delroy Thomas, Scar, whose name is on Google. Hold on. Let me find Scar. Let me find Scar for a minute. So, hold on, because I want to chat shit, yeah. But you see me, yeah. I deal with receipts, bruv. Let me explain this. To have your name in the public domain, meaning I can find your name in a public domain based on a case. The only reason why I can find your name in a public domain based on a case is because you was a part of the Queen's evidence, the Crown Prosecution Service. You was on their side. You was giving evidence for the Crown Prosecution Service. And if that was the case, that's why they have the right to keep your name in the public domain in regards to that case. People, are you with me? And off of the back of that, they are able to compensate you for you being a victim and them using your name in the public domain and then all the back and forth, right? You do know this, right? I just want to make sure people know. Let me go in the comments. I want to make sure everyone's aware of this, please. No, they don't. They definitely don't know. They think they're smarter than people and don't understand that we all went to school. We all went to school. So watch this now. You can read it for yourself. At the top of this, you can see, is that not Delroy Thomas's name at the top? Is that not his name at the top? And that is on Google. You can Google that and you can find that in the public domain. Okay? So when man want to call me an informer, but then at the same time, within the same breath, you want to mention someone's name like Delroy Thomas, an informer that is on Google, that you can Google and see the whole case and read the whole part of his statement to the police. when he's a man them from the same jungle where we all come from, and he's a part of the same fuckery. That's an informer. So nobody don't come chatting no info, bring no informing shit over here. It's never been that way. Never been that way. So Scar, again, I said, I hope you guys know what you've been doing in the background. Because I'm fully aware of everybody's steps and everybody's moves. I'm aware. Just that I just don't choose to jump up like a jack in a box. Because when I make a move, I always strike lucky. I don't flop. I don't fuck up. It's not a mistake. And if I come for you, I actually mean to come for you. Yeah. Fucking idiots. Fucking idiots. But anyway, people, yeah, with that being said, because I don't need to be angry about this, you know, what it is this. I like when people show who they are. And that is it. My reality is people's been doing a lot in the background for so long. And I've been holding it. I've been smiling. I've been in the studio recording every day, recording on lives. I've been shooting my music videos. I've been touring the world same way and performing for people. Different clubs, different festivals, different events. I've still been, you know, maintaining fatherhood. My children. All of these things while I've got this in the background. My mum's had a stroke through this. My family stopped chatting to me over this. My friends, certain so-called friends that I thought were my people, were around me to gain information. People like Smoke Boss, that was a setup, that was set up to try and, you know what I mean? So much things. I never box up that you. Well, now I never put my hand on the you. God say I know. So if you're going to tell me, so I'm not a decent youth, brethren, and I'm not a principled man, you don't know what principle is. And you don't know what upright and righteous is. Guarantee you that. Because some of you lot coming like it has to be tailored in your way for you to see it as what it is. Come on, man. No one can't trick this. No one ain't tricking this. Not one person will trick this young man. Yeah? I've been genuine from the get-go. And everyone knows that. Yeah. And with that being said, my peeps, you don't know the choppings, right? Yeah. So, like I said, man grew up in the jungle, bruv. It weren't no walking, no park. Certain man couldn't come around there. Certain man couldn't come around that part there, brethren. In the 90s, you're mad. Some man want to tailor it up and make it sound like some pretty place. Like, yeah, man, back in the days, but, it was all right. But, I come from a powerful family. What powerful family, man? Explain, what does that mean? Because these people who's not asking you to explain what that means. Oh, I had a Porsche when I was 17. Where did you get the money from to buy this Porsche at 17? There's no one asking the right questions. Duh. Fuck these people, bruv. I ain't got time. I ain't got time for these so-called people that want to just laugh and smile and chat shit. Remember, I'm going to ask you something. You lot don't know nothing. So let me give you some gems. Kevin used to have a studio on Acre Lane. In the timber yard on Acre Lane. Cause Kevin go like I don't know him and he don't know me. So let me expose some more things for make you know from where the journey I go. Seen? I remember one night driving Little Hero and Alibaba up to that studio and voicing for one evening. That studio, some attempt must have gone with that studio there. So the man then moved the studio. They moved it from Acre Lane and moved it over to Eurolink. And if anybody knows where Eurolink is in Brixton, that's next door to Halfords and Curry's, right? Big studio. Top friggin' studio, I must say. And I'm going to give him his props for the things that he has done versus what he hasn't done. This is what I can say, what he hasn't done, because I know what you've done. So you had the big studio in Eurolink in the 90s. The whole of Big Bros, them, this is Big Bros, da, 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 da. All them people that were voicing around there, so with K-Boy them. Seeing? They were doing their thing. The studio got stolen. Just to show you, so Kevin is somebody, but he's trying to play off like he man or nobody to these people with their podcasters and etc. The studio got the burgled the studio, and the old studio went missing one night. Seen? Within 24 hours, the man got back the studio, the full studio. Now, there was no social media like that then. There was no, I beg you, just overstand the meds. For you to get back the whole studio within 24 hours, you had to be somebody. Or you don't understand what I'm trying to tell you. So you see the people I'm trying to show you, say, I know I'm up against, and who's up against me, who don't like me, and who want to flush me out. They can't flush me out because I know who you are. See, when you used to do the little promotion, let me show you the things that Kevin has done. All right, boom. Kevin has brought over like the likes of Puff Daddy and who else has he brought over to like Kid Cartel or one of them fucking things that used to go on a fridge. Him and Ralph, them used to do their thing. That was good. Because you're putting on things for the youths then. Events. Even though it's just about making money and you're just really a promoter, but it's just a promoter that was putting on an event for under 18s at the time. You get me? So, yeah, hats off to that. And big up to the man them that remember them time there. But apart from that, what have you done? Business, companies, properties. There's nobody to vouch for these things. I'm sorry. Everything I just said, yeah. Sovereign days, big sound system, man, them running up and down, cool. Fridge bar, different thing. Get me? Not even fridge bar, the fridge. That was great days. That was great work she was doing then time there. Where it went all left, I don't know. You know what I mean? But just to show you, so I'm not a biased guy. Yes, I do know where people are stepping from, and yes, we're not biased like that. Yeah, we're not biased like that. But you can't fool the people them. You can fool some of us sometimes, but you can't fool all of us all the times. My people, with that, you know my thing already, you know. We're going to say my good evenings and have a great start to the week. You can't be good, be careful. Stay vigilant, militant. Keep your eyes open because the government's got some things in place, brethren. Like how that alarm went off today. I don't know what's going on tomorrow, but keep your eye open. That's the most I can say. May I left you with that shot, yeah. Hold on there. May I left you with that shot, yeah. Watch this.
Killer for the realest, blow steel is Teflon, where you heal, you know the choppings, right? Black rain a fall upon them, I want to them. Bad man pose, in a bad man clothes. Man could never diss kill a man walking around with Michael Jackson's nose. We keep the gun them close. Enough of them boy they are ghosts. And any one of them want to step to the general and we made it up with them the most. Bad man pose, in a bad man clothes. Man could never diss kill a man walking around with Michael Jackson's nose. Keep the gun them close. Enough of them fool they are ghosts. And we not fi brag now boast. Cause the girl them out a road love with the most. Girl them out a road love me. I know my farm me not ugly. Kill a man belly full we not hungry. This me a make me rise up the pumpy. The whole of London I go turn ugly. Enough people a keep up fuckery. I send real threats, I send people fi rush with. No matter who them send them can't touch me. Fist to fist one when they couldn't butch me. Me rise up me gonna catch them a play loody. You must feel them fool they can't fool with. You never know say Selassie I rule with. And him school with. Me catch him and she a sell a for jewelry. Me all catch your father in a the brewery. Me not in a them and them tomfoolery. Them broke. You know see. Bad man pose, in a bad man clothes. Man could never this killer man walking around with Michael Jackson's nose. We keep the gun them close. Enough of them boy they are ghosts. And any one of them want to step to the general and we made it up with them the most. Bad man pose, in a bad man clothes. Man could never this killer man walking around with Michael Jackson's nose. Keep the gun them close. Enough of them fool they are ghosts. And we not fi brag now boast. Cause the girl them out a road love with the most. When it comes down to the girls' cars and the clothes, just know so the killer man have that the most. Casting up on a corner and a post. And you know so the killer now boast. Car when me dip on a flight, I've been another flow. Remember they never want me to make dough. Some me have to make the little pussy them know. Send me are the wickedest star for the show. Show me who fi burn, me will burn them. Car when me a talk, they not learning. Some of them a work hard and not earning. When you can't see the table that turn, can't wait for the day, me see the Babylon burning. That is the first thing. You know what's the worst thing? When you see your own brother skin burning. Bad man pose. In a bad man clothes. Man could never this killer man walking around with Michael Jackson's nose. We keep the gun them close. Enough of them boy they are ghosts. And any one of them want to step to the general and we made it up with them the most. Bad man pose, in a bad man clothes. Man could never this killer man walking around with Michael Jackson's nose. Keep the gun them close. Enough of them fool they are ghosts. And we not fi brag now boast. Cause the girl them out a road love with the most. I step with the girl them. Car right now, killer man, I'm sick of this shit. These guys on the road with the little man boss, telling themselves they're the wickedest thing. Hold on, let me disfigure this king. Cause the one of them are going like the wickedest thing. Run back, for fizzy and burn your skin. New sound boys need to learn a thing. How to chop down people limb by limb. Running at the barber, when man a trim. Shoot in a face, all when man in a the gym. How dare they try to diss the king? If I war, then I war, please let it begin. Score 5, 4, 4, 5, let it ring. One in a face and 10 more in a chin. Bad man pose, in a bad man clothes. Man could never this killer man walking around with Michael Jackson's nose. We keep the gun them close. Enough of them boy they are ghosts. And any one of them want to step to the general and we made it up with them the most. Bad man pose, in a bad man clothes. Man could never this killer man walking around with Michael Jackson's nose. Keep the gun them close. Enough of them fool they are ghosts. And we not fi brag now boast. Cause the girl them out a road love with the most.